it's got a bunch of different functions. But if you're doing a couple of people or whatever, we pretty much did omnidirectional between the two of us. And then later, as we got more followers, and we upgraded our set eventually. But just to start off, all you need is a nice mic like this. Or even, people don't care that much, even if you do the whole Skype over the internet's thing. Although, a lot of people prefer to do it in person, but you can't always be in person.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's it.
I will.
One thing that we found with our group, it's always good, especially if it's going to be close to you, it's always good to have the boom mic covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in smaller areas, because that will help get rid of a lot of the static and reverberation noises.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it has functions for that. It does make a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm learning things.
Alright, so, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to tell you what the podcast is. Whatever.
Oh.
Podcast is whatever
I was joking
you
about
would be
turning
interested in hearing. Always be asking yourself that question. Would I want to be listening to this? Whenever you're doing a podcast or whatever. And I still use Audacity, which is like, free program on the internet. Just find the stupid DLL that you need to convert to MP3. Otherwise, you get a big ass WAV file. And you can, there's a bunch of different free sites that, like, there's Podomatic, there's OBS. Well, OBS is the program you use for video, right?
Yeah, for video and sound.
Oh, you use for sound too? Yeah, I'm sure you can do that.
Yeah, personally I use.
Yes, do you have a question or you just...
I have a legitimate question.
Okay.
Do you ever rip videos off of YouTube? And if you do, how? What program do you use?
You can rip your own videos off YouTube when it's done processing, if you do a video stream. If you go to, like, your video creator...
You can upload your own videos, but if you want to take other videos and take clips from other people and do response videos,
just Google download YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Download YouTube
Does
and
everything
find
I've seen-
something.
There's actually a button on there somewhere, because I've done that before, where you use it to download. The difference, though, there is a key thing, from what I understand, is if it's something that you posted, like let's say you posted at 1080, you can download it as a 1080, but if it's somebody else, it doesn't matter what they upload it as, the 720 is the best you're going to get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they kind of
If you
do it that way.
care that much about the resolution.
Yeah. Most people don't, because
it's in a tiny window and you're talking about how bad someone else is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say, what exactly? It's not some camera.
No, it's just some people like to have the larger videos, but and it doesn't really make sense because YouTube does.
Yeah, and sometimes people are watching in the background of whatever they're doing, and don't get me wrong, resolution's nice though, especially if you're just starting out. But no, like he was getting on earlier, OBS, we still use that for our video streams. It's a nice, you can put all your video, and oh, by the way, this is the camera we got for it. Logitech.
What's going on
This
here?
is like $60.
Podcasting.
Oh!
How's your podcast?
Not podcast, bye.
Oh.
I'm just not a podcaster.
That's all right. So yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, you put this and your mics into a multi-USB thing, and you can stream that all or record. And yeah, I haven't tried anything else in OBS. What do you use?
I actually use XSplit.
Okay.
There's a free version of it and there's a paid version of it, and I went for the paid version because there's a couple other features that you get that the free one doesn't have, obviously. And it's not that much. I mean, they charge for a one-time fee, but it's like $3 a month, which isn't that much, and it works pretty well. It does both streaming and recording locally, and you can actually edit the videos in there. It's a very, very simple edit. But it's kind of like the way Windows Movie Maker used to be, where you have the slide bar, you can do cut, delete, insert, and stuff like that. So it's very simple, but works well enough. That's actually what I was using. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have to try that because our streams, we try to interact with the chat. We'll put the YouTube chat window the TV in the living room through the Steam box or whatever, through some finagling. So like with the Steam box, you can, I mean basically it's for playing whatever Steam games on your living room TV or whatever, and you can stream it over to your Wi-Fi. But what we'll do, you can just easily go to the desktop as well, and we'll blow up the chat for our streams, and that way we can more so easily interact with whoever is chatting at us. But there is a delay, at least for YouTube or OBS or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out how to have less delay.
That might be a default setting because I know with a lot of
we have shitty Wi-Fi, so
yeah, that's it. Although the delay is a good thing because like what I do is I'll put like a 10-second delay if I'm streaming because then it gives the video time to upload and broadcast, and it also helps other people too. Like they don't have as good of a connection, it makes it a little easier for them as well.
Oh, okay.
But it's mostly for the source. So because there's been times that like my internet would be fine, and I was originally just broadcasting real time, no delay, and there's times that would just get stuttered because it's trying to buffer.
Okay.
So, but having the delay is also good. Like I know it's like you really want to, as people chat and type, you want to be able to respond right away, but that's usually a better route.
And we're probably getting too technical, but one thing I noticed with OBS was this is an HD camera, like it's 1080 and all that bull crap. And like when I put it at its default settings, it like gave me like 320 by 240 or something. Not even kidding. Like and then like okay, and I had to dig into the settings to actually make it output what it's actually supposed to be doing. So that's an OBS thing. So anyway, back to podcasting. Generally, what we do, I mean, this is kind of common sense, but you want to release something. You want to be reliable with how often you're releasing your thing. As far as like, once a week is good, even more is better, but once a week's probably good enough to start with for whatever you're doing. And once you're starting off, another good thing to do is some people call it like a share cast, where you find someone who's willing to do a podcast with you or whatever, and basically you both release the same sound file so that you can share each other's audience and stuff once you get there to having an audience. And of course, getting an audience, you got to advertise and tell people about it. Maybe buy an FA advertisement or just spam your friends.
Yeah.
Put some leaflets in the hallway. I don't know. That's always a tricky thing.
Another thing that can be done, I don't know too much about it, but Twitch also does a thing that's called auto-hosting. Mm-hmm. And basically somebody says, I'm going to auto-host for this person. So whenever you go live, they will automatically essentially spread out your channel for you. So that way, it's kind of like a signal boost type of thing.
Yeah, try to automate as much as you can. so that you don't, I still have to do a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
But, that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. I know for me, one of the biggest things I struggle with is, like what we were talking about earlier, is when there's people in the chat or just trying to do entertainment, is I'm getting better at it, but I catch myself when I'm playing games just like this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I've been trying to get a lot more vibrant, like, I'll even be silly on purpose, like enemies come out at me, I'm like,
Sure.
fire defense.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha.
I think I had actually, like, rage flip my game once too. It's like, don't do this.
And for the, things that we do for the Let's Play, we had people who would give us money to do certain Let's Plays, and I would put together, it takes more time, but it's kind of nice just to put together a bunch of highlights and try to share those with people as far as why you should watch said thing. So, or even just like an isolated highlight we thought was great, like that could be like 30 seconds to a minute long. Sometimes that's as long as people have.
Like that.
But isolated by because if people see like a really long YouTube, say, I don't have time for this right now. But if you try to like spread on your Twitter like a short video clip or something like that, and like try to get people to watch it, they might check it out. So just some ideas for
another fun thing to do and this also adds a little bit more appeal to it as well, is for when you record and post stuff, at least with YouTube, and I'm pretty sure with almost anything that you can post stuff on, when you play videos on, you can actually make a screen capture. And it's really not that hard. Like, and it doesn't even have to be anything that great. Because you see stuff like, you know, people have like a game screen, they'll put their face on it or something like that.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot better. It makes it stand out more because when people are looking at your channel, they'll read, yeah, but the images will pop out first. So if you just like whenever you post something up, it'll do like a random screen cap. Yeah, it'll be a random thumbnail of somewhere in the video.
Yeah.
But if you have like you make a thumbnail for it, and you keep it with whatever it is, like, okay, this is Mike Advisor, so this is Prison Simulator, so you have them all the same thumbnails, so they look more consistent, they stand out more, it's easier for people to find what videos they want to watch all the time.
Yeah, it makes it look a little bit more professional.
Yeah.
Like,
What's that?
I said a little bit more. Not that it was professional, jeez.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think what else to cover. That's all I can think of right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's a lot of sites out there that are free at first, and then I highly recommend you just to do the free version first. Like
Yep.
later, if you get enough traffic and everything, you can upgrade to a more professional. Like you can usually just pay the same service as to pay a year.
Yeah.
For both the amount, or you can archive all your shit somewhere.
That's why I do.
Just throw it on YouTube, whatever, you know. But yeah, that's all I can think of.
So there's some other stuff that you can do too, like, and I do this, is when I'm about to record or even stream, is I'll go to somebody's Gamecast YouTube channel, and I'll start the game and I'll record like 15 seconds to do a sound test. Stop it, play the YouTube video, and then play the other one like one after the other. Because there's been a couple of times early on where I thought I was recording sound and everything, and it was.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like there was like no volume whatsoever, or other times it'll get too loud, or it'll pick up like the crackling of everything.
Jeez.
So yeah.
Terrible.
So another suggestion I could give is for the sound recording. I mean, if you're just starting out, the webcam works, but you definitely want to get something better than that because that won't record as well. Like the Yeti.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Something
Like Yeti will work. Currently, I'm using some Turtle Beaches.
Okay.
Yeah, and that actually works out pretty well too. Cause
Is that the whole headset thing?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Although, make sure you turn off your speakers if you're using headphones for the recording. Otherwise, the game will be really, really loud.
Yeah.
I've done that too.
It's definitely something to consider, especially how important it is to what they're watching.
Yeah, because I recorded the whole thing and I thought it was fine, and then I went back and listened to it, and it's just like, okay, here it goes. All right. Oh God. I mean, people usually figure out what volume they want, anyways, and they'll adjust accordingly. But yeah, it's if you use a headset, you definitely let the speakers off because one will make it loud. You might get some feedback and stuff, things like that. It's no way, no. No way.
Let's see. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to think what else to talk about. Something always good to do is ask for questions, so that if we have people email in or tweet in or whatever, so that people like to hear their stuff on the podcast, or whatever answer. So any kind of interaction you can have with your audience is good.
Yeah.
Makes it more fun. What else? Yeah, I got nothing. We made it to half an hour.
I know, right?
20 minutes, not even.
Oh, it's okay. We can do this. We got this, bro.
Wait, how long is the panel supposed to be?
It's supposed to be an hour. Well, it's supposed to be an hour. Like,
Well, you know how the convention is. It's like, okay, we have the train on the tracks. It's going nice, and oh god!
Well,
there's only so many ways to say to go all over all the technical things. But
What's the interface on the Yeti?
what's the interface?
USB.
It is USB.
Okay.
You can connect, do all the fancy dancy things. Oh wait, maybe not. Is that what that is? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's probably like a sound coaxial or something like that.
But we just use USB.
Huh?
XLR. That's the word.
Yeah,
Yes.
pins are covered, but it looks like at least a socket for the XLR.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a couple different ways to connect.
And but yeah, we just use USB, and it's easy to plug and play.
Oh, it even has a microphone or a headset plug-in too.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you hear what you're saying.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
No, it's alright.
If you play with I'm trying to be
Trying. So.
Another thing too is the content. So it's also too like when you're creating content, it's like you said, you want to try to get a schedule and try to. You don't have to be like it has to be exactly 9 p.m. every Monday, all Monday, every time. I mean, it definitely helps, but one of the things you can do to help with that is instead of, because when I started recording, I was trying to record the day I was going to post, and that is very difficult to keep up on, especially since like
you can't archive every grade.
Yeah.
And then, so that when you're busy, then you can time those releases. You know, you can actually like set it to go on.
Yep. So yeah. So like a good thing to do is like let's say you're doing a game, random game. What game do we want to take in this situation? What do we want?
Warhammer. Rocket League. There you
Rocket
go.
League. Rocket League. Yes.
What's that? Ah, yes.
So yeah, there's Rocket League. So an ideal situation is you want to record, like determine how long you want it to be, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Generally don't want to go past that because most people when they're watching it, they'll probably do a lunch break or late at night. It's hard to keep retention unless there's you have like a big following or something like that, where you're just really that charismatic.
Right.
You know, like I could listen to Alkali scream all day. But you know, determine how long you want to record, and then what you do is, if you have an intro, do your intro, and play the game for X time that you determine, and then do the outro if you have an outro, and then make sure that the file is good, and then go back and then record the next episode. Sit there and record like 2, 3, 4 episodes. So like say if one day you get hectic or you have plans, you can just upload it and you're done. Like you do if you do any editing, you can do that. Like you can probably spend one day doing all the recording of whatever games, like Rocket League or Warhammer. And then on a different day, go through, okay, I need to snip off the 5 seconds before a game, because a lot of times when you start to record and you're still setting up,
Sure.
So you don't want that there in particular.
Also, one thing I always do with all the files is I'll do it. Of all the things as far as like post stuff for audio files, I'll do a noise removal pass where you take a little snip where it's just nothing, nobody's talking, and then you highlight the whole thing and then use that for the noise removal. And that's straight, not ASCII. And other than that, just export the file. I'll put it through something called Levelator, which is supposed to like bring the levels semi-equally, especially for talking. You know what's
Normalizer?
What's that?
Normalizer?
Right, normalizer. Pretty much the
Yeah,
same
no
thing.
normalizer.
Yeah, normalizer. It's a different software.
Oh, sorry.
It probably does sound like this.
It's all the same stuff.
It probably is.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
No,
it's
you're
okay.
fine. We like questions.
no, it probably does.
or questions and input.
It probably does the same job, honestly, as far as like, I don't notice that much of a difference, but the noise removal really is noticeable.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's pretty much all I do for posts.
Yeah.
So a lot of it depends on your mic. And obviously, if it's too quiet, you can bump that shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, the audio. I know I need to keep. I need to work on the audio a little more. But I need to get. I've actually got this in my. Not this one specifically, but I have a Yeti in my Amazon thing. I'm just like. Need the money.
Yeah, no, I get you.
How much is
You can find, like, sometimes they're on sale for like 80, but usually they're around 100, 120. I could look it up right now.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. They're definitely worthwhile. You know, if you're actually putting time into it. Now, if you're just like, oh, I'm gonna record and post like once a month, which obviously that won't get very far, then no. So it depends on how much you want to get involved with it. And like you said earlier, you can always just start out with the basics, and maybe decide you want to get more, you're getting more involved, then you start upgrading and getting more stuff. There's some people, I mean, these are the ones that actually like have the numbers and everything already, but there are some people that will actually go out and use a handheld camera recorder. And what that does is, it's not so much for the quality, but when they do post-editing, they can actually like move the box around and do like wonky stuff or do like close-ups and stuff like that. When you use something like OBS and XSplit, it's just part of the video. You can't separate it and move it around. Right, yeah, it's how it records. The only way you can move it around is if you're in the middle of the recording and you move the camera box around. But that kind of gets distracting. Oh, that's another important thing. If you have a video of yourself up there, make sure it doesn't block any important HUD information on the game. I've actually, like, alien isolation. I moved around a couple times. There's one time I actually died because it was covering a thing where it said, press this to hold your breath. And I'm just sitting there in the locker, the alien comes around, pulls me out and kills me. I'm like, what the hell? and I moved it, and I noticed like at one point in time, you had no tooltip down there, so I moved it. And then later on, I saw what it was. Like, gotta be kidding me.
His head is right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, right.
There's no HUD elements blocking your head.
So like, with that game specifically, I had to move it 5 times because at one point it was blocking critical information. It was blocking like ammunition. It was blocking what it had equipped. Then it blocked the tooltip, and I was just like.
You could also dual monitor it.
Oh yeah.
Just through tooltip over here.
What like? I wish. Actually, I do have 2 monitors. Because I have one where the recording program's running, and I have one where the game's on.
Yeah.
Oh, windowed is your friend. Yeah, especially if you're just.
Any particular mics you should avoid or go for? Any brands or anything like that?
Microphones, what's good, what's bad?
Brands. Well, there's Yeti. Like I said earlier, if you're going for better quality, you don't want to use rely on webcams. Like even if a lot will say like records really good sound, it's part of it is because it's still a very simple microphone, and just because it's usually on the monitor, it doesn't record as well.
So you use a camcorder, or what do you?
No, right now I'm still using a basic webcam, and for the sound it is much more reachable. So, and that's another thing too is you can get a good headset if it has a speaker on it, then you can use that to record as well. So, and as bad as it sounds, generally the price in most cases will reflect the quality, unless it's Beats, because those are just basic microphones with weights in them. I'm not kidding.
They have weights in
They have weights in them. Somebody took it apart. It's like this very basic headset with just a chunk of metal in there.
Feels great.
It does.
It adds bass, that piece of metal.
I was thinking there was some stupid like explanation like that.
It adds appeal to it. That's what it is. So.
On the same note, is a boom mic better than a neck mic?
They can be.
What would you say is best
I
for?
wish I knew that kind of technical information. I really don't know too much, honestly.
I would say it depends on quality because there are some neck mics that are really, really good, but
They're probably
again,
expensive.
the price will reflect that. But me personally, I'd say boom mic would be better. Right, that's practically what this thing is.
Yeah.
It's just on its own stand. But
Sure.
the reason being is like if you move around or if it rubs up on stuff, it'll pick
God
up
forbid it
noise.
falls off.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, a boom mic can fall over too. I've had that happen. So yeah, but like I said, the neck mics can still work. Like the little lapel holders can still work, but you just gotta be careful if you move around.
So one thing we haven't really touched on, but since all of us are fursuits and everything, phone. Get something to dampen this echo in your room or when you're recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it actually was a friend of mine. What he did, and he wasn't doing this for recording purposes, but this just helps to give an idea. In his apartment, he actually took some squares of foam and put them up on the wall. Now, they weren't everywhere, but just even that alone reduced a lot of noise going outside the walls.
Okay.
Now, as far as like how that helps is that if you have a big open room, obviously when you're talking, sound will bounce off the walls and go back to the mic, and it can either make you sound like you're very distant or your voice comes back twice. But if you have foam on the walls, or if you have something close behind you, it'll help to reduce that echoey noise.
Blankets work.
Yes, yeah, so just something behind you.
Or if you have a window with curtains, that helps.
Yeah,
Not
originally.
blinds, curtains.
I first started actually use like one of those giant bugs just behind them. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nothing will help the guy at 3 in the afternoon mowing his lawn.
There's always that.
Go buy a bunch of those cloth wall scrolls and just put it all over your wall. Believe it or not, it'll work.
Cloth? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
so,
it
yeah,
creates
it's
a barrier.
it's a
Sound will go
barrier.
through it, but it won't. It'll hit the cloth soft when it hits the wall. It comes
Yeah.
back, hits the cloth again.
Yep. Sort of
Like
like
interference.
I actually had the way my room was originally laid out. You remember what it was, kind of, sort of. But I had a bunch of furniture behind me, and I didn't do it for this purpose. But I had furniture behind. I had some file cabinets, and my pauldrons were up there too. So that definitely helped to stop the noise interference, at least from like reverberating and stuff.
You can buy a lot of egg crate from range.
Yep.
It's ready for rest.
Yeah, and you can get pretty creative with how you do it. Like, I mean, even if you want to make your own, like, obviously you're not going to have like a wall or something like you want to mount into. But one of the things I'm considering doing is getting some like 3/4 inch PVC and building a frame, and then just hanging some foam off of it or something.
And if you're going to be showing your face, you want a backdrop or something, or at least a really clean room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Like, I've recorded stuff with my mattress up on an angle, and I'm like, oh, wow, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's all sorts of different tricks and ways to do it. Oh, and another thing that made me think of, because somebody had mentioned something about like, oh, nothing will stop the lawnmower net. So, or wait, yes. But when you have stuff like that interferes, you can actually use that to your advantage. So like, let's say like you're playing a horror game, and all of a sudden you hear the lawnmower. It's like you could sit, instead of being like, ah, dang that, I hate this noise, and be like, shh, you want to get caught? You know, just whenever there's anything that is unexpected, just kind of use it. You know, or if you have neighbors that are banging on the walls, being like, you know, hello,
Oh my god, the dogs are here.
anybody home?
Now I'm thinking of UHF karate class and next door, punching through the walls.
Oh god.
Anyway.
Yeah. So you know, it's if unexpecteds happen, and they will, of various degrees. You know, like I've even had, and I'm pretty sure you've had this too, where the camera fell.
Yeah.
You're like, dang it, you know. Or there's been times where I recorded something, and I thought I hit unrecord, or not record, but I was live. I'm just sitting there, just looking at things, texting on my phone, you know. And I look up and like, oh.
Welcome to After Hours.
I know, right? It was just really boring stuff, too. I was just like, oh god.
See, that would be funny if you did an entire 2-hour video, which was just you in normal life, not talking, and people see if anyone watches it. Post that, see the responses to it.
I consider. Oh no, this was a live stream.
See, live streams are one thing, but
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
his normal life will still get a lot of views.
Eventually, you got to start putting in sense bars.
Maybe.
So excited, so you know.
No, that's only at my house parties.
A lot of drinking.
No,
This guy can put away ridiculous.
God, how much did I drink last night?
I don't know. That was kind of insane.
I know I had like 4 or 5 cups of stuff. I
Stuff.
yeah.
Well, that's
Water.
No, it's funny because I felt kind of bad because I felt like I was cheating. 'Cause towards the end, I kind of ignored it out. I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. I was like, no, it's okay, just drink water. But I have stuff in my cup. I'll just pour it out. And I just pour it in the pitcher and started drinking the pitcher. But it's like throughout the night, I kept drinking more, so it's just kind of like, this is my level of where I'm at, where I can beat, and it kept going, okay, I'm good. Take a drink. Oh, no. Oh, good, take a drink. But yeah. So, like, yeah, I can probably do that.
So trying to keep up with you.
No, it's
I go about 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
no, it's,
You can always take more baby sips toward that. Well, like, it was like every freaking second. Drink!
Why did they go for every lightning flash? Why did he say yes? It's like, how many times has it happened? It's called a dark and stormy night.
It's for MSC3 cameras.
It can't be as bad as a torch 2 years ago.
Oh my god, Torch. Were you there for,
Did you guys ever figure out the secret rule?
was it one we swore?
Yes.
No, that's what it was.
Every
No.
time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought it was just
Pretty early
alkaline.
on, we figured it out.
Yeah.
No, because I thought it was just alkaline. I was like, huh. And he was going to curse. I was like, I need to test this. He was like,
Yep.
And I was just like, fuck it. Drink! And I told you, I was just really mean. It's like, hey guys, what? Fuck shit, piss, motherfucker. It's like, or whoever's next to you is just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is good times. So, but yeah.
Pretty soon we're gonna do this like urinal math and MSD3K.
Yeah. No, when I got the email of the panels I was going to be in, I was like, I'm going to be useless on Friday. So,
We have a dead Zen Fox.
yeah. Go down.
This is the hangover panel, correct?
No, I actually didn't really have a hangover, but my mouth was dry. I'm sitting there trying to talk like, so yeah, it felt like my mouth was peanut butter. Not that I had peanut butter in my mouth. It
Mouth
felt
is-
like peanut butter.
Sounds delicious.
Oh, if you, because some people do this, like myself, if you drink while recording or streaming, be aware of how much you're drinking.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Because there was one night I kind of overdid it. Like people probably figured out because towards the end of the stream I'm just like, I drank too much.
I mean,
I have the bottle. When the bottle's empty, don't get a second one.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it went.
What do you think? Do a beer count?
Yeah, put a counter out there. Ding. That was actually something that Murphy, you and I were looking at. Apparently there's a thing that he found that he was trying to make it work, but he couldn't get it to work for some reason. Because part of our stream segment, we call it Pro Magic. And there's one point where we just went over the wall like, bro, I need help, bro. I got you, bro. We were doing like some sort of co-op game or something. It's like, bro, I got this. Thanks, bro. Yeah, bro. Man, we're really broing it up, bro. That's right, bro.
You're describing Gears of War. Help me, bro. I'm gonna die, bro.
Got a grenade.
Save me, bro.
I'm alive, bro, because I'm smart. I wore a helmet.
Hit the button faster.
Anyway.
So, but yeah, it's like apparently this little counter thing that would actually automatically count every time it picked up the word bro. Because we were actually curious how many times you said it.
Really?
Yeah, but he couldn't get it to work for some reason. So we were kind of like, yeah,
Could have a clicker.
But you know,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Clicker counter, whatever it is.
yeah, that's,
Oh, Jesus.
oh, yeah.
How many brain cells you count?
They're useless anyway, right?
here's how many brain cells left.
It's just me. Finally, I can read. Smash. It's just not fair. It's just not fair.
I've actually seen some people on the road have attachments for their phone where they use that to pick up audio and do a podcast. I haven't looked into that too much because it would be nice to have. Like, 'cause you never know if you're like, listen, hey, we should do a podcast. Okay, well, I have my stuff right here.
Yeah.
So,
They actually make mics on that.
Yep. Yeah, they also make better cameras for them too.
I mean, I'll even hear like famous comedians that'll do that shit. I'll hook stuff up to their phone.
Yeah.
Just cut them right there. Like on a plane. You know?
Yeah.
Cut a podcast.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Doing a podcast while you're on a plane is a really good idea.
I my wife, I say,
What are you, you're not supposed to have it on like during takeoff and landing, you know.
That's the only time it works. You lose internet once you're 10,000 feet up.
Everybody, pull your phones at
We're
once.
not gonna live stream. This is a recording.
You know.
So this is our final episode.
Yes.
It won't crash the plane just won't be able to see where the ground is.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it does. It destroys terrain radar.
The only thing that'll be going on, like people will look at it in the comments and be like, damn camera shakes.
Wow, the audio was horrible on there, especially your
Yes.
Another thing that to be careful about, and this is actually something that came up, is somebody commented on one of the videos that we put up. It's like, hey, blah, blah, I really like your stuff, you know, and we're like, oh, that's cool. Hey, you want to stream like I forget what game it was, but stream X game with me? And we were like, we can't do that because it's mature 18 plus, and this kid was obviously not 18. Now, and if you're trying to do it as, like, he actually has a registered LLC or whatever, so, and he actually has connections, he works with people, he has a few backers and whatnot. So that's something that could be kind of bad.
Yeah.
Like if you weren't doing professional, I mean, I can't say like they're gonna just bust down your door and, you know, drag you off to jail. They're too busy taking away the people that are doing all the illegal downloading. But it can definitely look bad, you know, because there are still rules and laws about that. So that's one thing to kind of be careful about. So if you're not 18, you want to try to avoid the 18 plus games if you're going to go like an actual professional route.
Are we talking about like a horror game, basically? Because like, I'm just trying to think, like,
Violence, like with a lot of shooting and stuff.
oh,
like
okay,
that.
with
Yeah.
a kid, okay.
I mean, porn of course would be included. There are some like, I've seen some shit, man. But
Furry games.
no, like what was it? The dick penetration one.
Oh god, I hate that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That
South Park
yeah.
are chasing each other?
Yeah.
South Park?
I don't even know what the name of
It's
it.
like Penetrator or something like that. Oh no, Dicks with Friends. That's what it was. I think that's what it's called. Dicks
Where all
with
the
Friends.
dogs
Yeah.
like chase
Yeah.
each other? Yeah.
And it gets bigger the more times you penetrate people.
Oh my god.
It's as bad as it sounds, and worse.
We should have that down in the game room.
Some hard messages from the trigger off on.
That's
The-
right.
Yeah.
The sound effects
You all
are the
know
best
about
part
the
about the
game.
game.
The sequel's gonna have vaginas.
How would they attack each other?
Big squirting.
Wow. March, Washington. Anyway.
So,
Wow.
I'll be fine, but you're probably getting up dead in an alley somewhere.
Yes.
I'll be fine because I'll have my armor.
You'll use the hammer,
I will. I'll be trying to save them.
and by the hammer,
We'll just go get you shit
I love that.
good old Captain Hammer.
Yes.
Oh, yes, they have it.
Yep. That was also the guy who played the captain on Firefly.
Yep.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion is one of the few actors who I want to meet sometime, but I
Yes.
have not
Does
yet.
he do anything anymore? 'Cause
He does a lot of web podcast stuff, actually. Him and Alan Tudyk are doing some
Oh.
weird
You know, I'm still waiting for season 2.
Of,
Firefly.
Yeah.
It was called Serenity. They killed everyone so they couldn't make any more.
No, so the rumors I heard about that, I don't know how true this is, but apparently
There's a crowd. There's a
they were going to continue on the series, but then, you know, was it Fox, I think?
yes.
Yeah, Fox pulled the plug.
Fox
They're like,
and Fillion both said no.
yeah, they're like, no, we're Fursquared? No. Well, Philly still kind of wanted to do it, but Fox said no.
Now he doesn't anymore though.
No. Well, not anymore, obviously. It's way because they, So what was kind of disappointing is when they did the movie, they just killed off a bunch of characters. A lot of them were not supposed to die. In fact, I don't think any of them were supposed to die.
That was Joss Whedon, right?
But they just did it just to do it.
Yeah.
Like
I
finalize
think
things.
Joss Whedon did it to cut off that universe.
Hey guys, how does a beaver clean his He puts it through the wash.
I don't know.
That is the worst
Wash
joke
with
I've ever
Well, just like the
Okay, you
point.
have to be a super nerd to get that. I'm going to use that in the nerd panel next.
Yay!
You know what you think about that joke? It definitely gets the point.
I'm not going to explain it.
You have sharp wit, sir.
Well, as long as you're going to be blunt about it, I suppose.
Cut to the chase, man.
Now, I've heard that before. Was that you that said it before, or did you hear it from someone on TV?
I heard it from somebody. A lot of the stuff I say,
Maybe so.
I pick it up from something else. There are times though where I'll come up with jokes on my own, like this one I'm proud of. When a cow gives birth, why are they so lazy? Because they're decaffeinated.
God.
Why are cows so great at their job?
Why?
Because they're outstanding in their field. That's not that line.
That's okay.
Still get it.
Yeah.
So,
Zen, so when are you gonna have a panel of terrible jokes where you just
no, that's why I'm here. The whole con is that panel. The terrible things that Zen says.
We get a spinning bow tie and I'll look to.
I just want to go one time for the open mic, just for 15 minutes. I want to have a list and just read down line after line of growers without any tone or inflection. Just read them out and see how people react to that.
I actually had two, not like really good stories, but I had two stories I wanted to do at open mic. But I was dealing with my room card key and trying to help my roommate get in there because I am now on my 6th room key card, and it's 3 different physical cards, and for some reason, every time I get a new card, it doesn't work. I double check with my roommate's cards, fine. My card, they've given me 2 new ones already, and they've reprogrammed it 6 times. Huh?
When they're not looking.
I was like,
So they even tell me, it's like, hey, you just call a technician from your room. It's like,
I have the worst luck with those freaking cards. They're always being magnetized or something.
Yep.
does your suit have like motors in it or something?
That's true. You
just
have
so
magnets and junk all over yourself, so.
Well, the thing is, I carried it in my vest in a pocket right here, so there's no wallet, there's no phone, no nothing. There's nothing there. Like, it worked once when I initially got in the room. After that, it's like,
I'm
nope,
starting to
you
think
get
you
one.
actually are psych work.
Yes. I don't know, it's.
And that's my podcast.
Yes. Well, that's actually something you can do in your podcast. It's like,
Tangents. Tangents are your
Yes.
friends.
yeah, because sometimes you'll do something to remind you, and you can make a comment, and obviously you don't want to go into this like 20-minute exposition, but you can always give like a quick
If
story.
it's one you edit, tangents are great because if it goes too long, you can cut it off. If it's a live stream, you got to stick to the subject.
Yes.
Tangents can be bad.
So you
Shut up. Our live streams are nothing but tangents. Jesus Christ. We're cops arresting us on the air. Which happen to be friends of Outlaws, but still counts.
I'm assuming there's podcasts you've put up before, which are just like 45 minutes long, but took 6 hours to record because there's just 5 hours of bullshit you got to get out of it.
So, funny that. For me, this wasn't a story, but as I said, I've been playing Alien Isolation. And for some reason, everybody else can get through the game just fine. I
see
have
everything on the screen.
about 5 hours recorded where I'm trying to get one episode in about 30 minutes because it will just randomly get me. There's one point in time I'm hiding underneath like a gurney in one of the rooms, and its tail glitched through the wall and touched me on the toe and instantly ran around and grabbed me, and I'm just like, now here's the contrast to that. Early on in the game, in fact, one of the recordings I did and I posted it was, I'm curious. I already knew it from the get-go. Whenever I saw a hole in the ceiling, avoid it. Like, I didn't have to read the full tip. No, it's been going.
Oh, the podcast one?
Yeah.
What's happening?
We're going for about 3 more minutes.
Is there a sound one?
There's a film after this.
Yeah.
It'd be great for the
You got 3 minutes to wrap
Okay,
up.
so yes, but at the end of just
In
a
conclusion, don't podcast.
I feel so disenfranchised now.
welcome to America.
Just overall, just do what is fun. And I mean,
Yeah.
like, just have fun with it.
That's what everybody does.
That's the biggest thing.
Yep.
If you don't enjoy it, don't freaking do it.
You know what podcasting is? It's recording all the stupid conversations we have with friends and sharing it with your other friends. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I find there's a different vibe. Like
Well,
I
you
said,
know
I
you're
always
being
have that in the
recorded.
back of my mind. Like, what is happening right now? What I want to listen to.
Yeah.
And if it's not, we'll just fucking like cut that motherfucker and go somewhere else with it. So, not the audio file. I'm saying anyway. So that like,
Yep.
if something's going where we don't want it to go, then we'll just bring it back to something else.
Yes.
So.
If you're really just starting out, I'll be honest, if you have to choose between what's popular and what you care about, I always pick what you care about.
Yep.
Your
Especially in
audience
this-
will know.
Everything's so specialized now where there is an audience for almost anything. They will find that thing that you are specializing in, that you are interested in. So you'll find your audience anyway eventually.
Yep.
I mean, with the story of, what's it called? My Favorite Murder.
Right.
They're barely in 60 episodes. They're barely in 60 episodes.
Yep. Yeah. On the concept alone, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, isn't that like a couple girls talking
Two
about?
girls talking about murders.
Yeah.
And a little life.
yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
So.
Oh shoot, I gotta get this out of the way.
Well, we have to wrap it. Oh, yeah. That's one more reason to wrap it up. But
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for coming by, guys.
I know I'm
What?
Do you have this?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's a main stage.